If you're over the age of 60 and still waking up in the middle of the night gripping your legs in pain, I want you to hear this clearly. That's not something you should brush off as just aging. It's your body's way of waving a red flag. Those cramps that seize your calves without warning, they're not random. They're your nervous system's cry for help, most often because of imbalances in what you're eating or not eating. And over time, those missing nutrients silently chip away at your strength, interrupt your rest, and shorten your stride. Comment, "I'm listening to my body" below if you're serious about your health. The encouraging news. You can begin to reverse this with simple, natural changes. In the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 3 specific foods that don't just reduce leg cramps. They actively rebuild strength, improve blood flow, and restore the very minerals your body has been quietly pleading for. Stick with me until the end, because the last food is one almost every senior overlooks, and it could completely change how your legs feel within a few days. Let's begin with one of the most underestimated foods out there, the avocado. Decades ago, it wasn't exactly in the health spotlight. It wasn't flashy, sugary, or low-fat enough to impress the diet trends of the time. But today, both science and centuries of traditional knowledge have come together to spotlight this humble fruit. Not just as a trendy toast topping, but as a powerful, functional food, especially for older adults, because it calms the nervous system, supports the heart, and gently restores minerals that time tends to drain away. What matters most after 60? Muscle control and nerve support. As we age, the balance of critical electrolytes becomes more fragile. Potassium levels slip. Magnesium drains quietly. And when those 2 minerals fall, your muscles begin to protest. You get spasms, jolts, twitches, even a cramp that forces you awake at 3 a.m., or a sudden tightening in your calf while taking a stroll. These are not mysteries. They're signals that your mineral tank is dangerously low. This is exactly where avocados shine, offering the relief your muscles are begging for, without any side effects. A single avocado contains nearly 700 milligrams of potassium, even more than a banana, and does so without flooding your bloodstream with sugar. Bananas are helpful, yes, but they also deliver a heavy hit of glucose, which can spike blood sugar, especially for less active seniors. Avocados, in contrast, offer a steady release of minerals alongside healthy fats, specifically monounsaturated fats, that keep blood sugar even, reduce internal inflammation, and nourish cardiovascular health at the same time. Let's talk about magnesium, a mineral that's quietly crucial and for many seniors dangerously lacking. Magnesium isn't just for relaxation or sleep, though it helps with both. It's deeply involved in how your muscles release after contraction. Without enough magnesium, your body remains in a state of tension. You might notice your back stays tight, your legs feel like they're dragging, or your heart seems to flutter off rhythm. That's because magnesium is also essential in helping your heart maintain a steady beat. Here's where the avocado becomes even more important. It's one of the few foods that offers both magnesium and potassium in a combination your body instantly recognizes. That means no guessing, no converting, no straining your digestive system. Your body takes it in, uses it, and begins correcting the imbalance almost immediately. But there's more. Avocados also contain natural anti-inflammatory agents like phytosterols and antioxidants such as lutein and zeaxanthin. These help protect your cells, especially nerve cells, from the slow erosion caused by age and environmental stress. If you've noticed yourself feeling unsteady lately, a little less sure on your feet, or like your coordination isn't what it used to be, this isn't just old age. More often than not, it's a sign of nutritional deficiency. Your nerves are trying to fire signals smoothly, but they don't have the fuel. Avocados help stabilize that system and bring balance back to your movement. On top of that, the potassium in avocados helps to soften the walls of your blood vessels. This makes it easier for your heart to pump blood, reducing blood pressure without medication. And when you eat the whole fruit, not just a slice or two, the fiber inside slows the absorption of other nutrients, regulating everything from sugar to cholesterol. This one food, eaten consistently, can support your heart, your brain, your digestive system, and your muscle function, all in one sitting. If you're dealing with painful nighttime cramps, those intense sudden knots that hit your calves or feet and leave you breathless, avocados might be the missing piece. Because of their natural fat content, they digest slowly, providing stable blood sugar throughout the night, which is key. Many leg cramps are triggered by drops in blood sugar or mild overnight dehydration, both of which avocados counter beautifully. Worried about the fat in them? Don't be. The fats in avocados are not the enemy. They actually help you absorb vitamins like A, E, and K, nutrients that your body has a harder time processing with age. These fats don't clog your arteries. In fact, they help reduce the bad cholesterol, LDL, while increasing the good kind, HDL, the kind your body uses to repair and protect blood vessels. Let's not forget how you feel emotionally is tied to what you eat. Avocados offer small doses of B vitamins and folate, nutrients that are closely linked to emotional stability and mental clarity. You've probably noticed that when you eat well, your mood lifts, your thinking clears, you feel less reactive and more present. That's not a coincidence. It's biochemical truth. Food isn't just fuel, it's communication. What you eat tells your body and brain how to behave and how to feel. Now you might be wondering, how exactly should you add avocados to your daily life? The answer is keep it simple and consistent. You don't need fancy recipes or complicated pairings. Half an avocado a day is a solid goal. You can slice it and sprinkle with a touch of sea salt and a drizzle of olive oil. Mash it onto a piece of sprouted grain toast. Blend it into a smoothie with spinach, almond milk, and a handful of berries. Or top your salad with it and squeeze a little lemon juice. The key is to avoid turning it into something heavy or sugary. Don't deep fry it. Don't load it with sugary dressings. Let the avocado be what it is, clean, nourishing, and healing. To make the benefits even stronger, pair it with other foods that enhance mineral absorption. Dark leafy greens like kale or chard, a few raw almonds, even a boiled egg. These combinations multiply the effect and help your body absorb nutrients more efficiently. If you eat half an avocado with these kinds of foods, you're not just helping your legs, you're giving your entire system a quiet, powerful upgrade. Because here's the truth. Avocados aren't a trend. They're not hype. They're functional. They deliver deep, bioavailable nutrition, especially for older bodies. They soothe cramps, fight inflammation, protect your nerves, and calm the heart, all without a prescription, without a label, and without a warning on the side. And if your body is waking you up in the night with those sharp, sudden leg cramps, this is your sign. Your body is calling out for support, and avocados might be the fastest way to answer. But now, let's move to another overlooked gem, one that looks humble on the outside, but delivers profound healing inside: the sweet potato. So many people see it as a holiday side dish, or something too starchy to eat regularly. But in reality, sweet potatoes are one of the best natural tools for older adults who want to restore balance in their muscles, improve nerve signaling, and avoid the roller coaster of fatigue and pain. What makes sweet potatoes special isn't just their rich flavor or fiber content, it's their mineral profile. They're packed with 3 of the most important nutrients for aging muscles: magnesium, potassium, and calcium. These 3 work together like a symphony. Magnesium relaxes the muscles, potassium allows for smooth contractions, and calcium acts as the communicator, helping nerve signals travel between cells. When any of them run low, your body lets you know through stiffness, twitching, or that familiar cramp you've come to dread. The beauty of sweet potatoes is how gently they deliver these minerals in perfect balance and without the spike and crash of refined carbs. Because as we get older, the body becomes less forgiving of high-sugar foods. Blood sugar spikes are harder to control, and they lead to inflammation, mood swings, and energy crashes. But sweet potatoes, unlike their white potato cousins, release energy slowly. They nourish without overwhelming. They lift you up, not just for an hour, but all day. If you've been noticing more soreness after walking, stiffness after gardening, or that uncomfortable heaviness in your legs, sweet potatoes can work on multiple levels to ease that. The potassium in them helps replace the minerals lost through daily movement or mild sweating, which many seniors don't realize they're still doing. Their magnesium content calms overactive muscle fibers, making spasms and cramps far less likely. And because they also deliver complex carbohydrates, they help replenish glycogen, the stored energy your muscles rely on to function. And here's something else many overlook. Sweet potatoes are a potent source of beta-carotene, a powerful antioxidant that your body turns into vitamin A. That matters a lot more than people think. Vitamin A protects your vision, especially at night, and strengthens the skin and immune system. As we get older, our eyes tire more easily, our skin becomes thinner, and our defenses drop. But beta-carotene helps slow that down, nourishing your cells from the inside, and providing a layer of defense against time, toxins, and illness. There's also the digestive piece. Sweet potatoes are naturally rich in fiber. the kind that feeds your good gut bacteria and keeps things moving regularly. If you've dealt with bloating, constipation, or irregularity, especially as a side effect of medications, adding sweet potatoes to your routine can bring things back into gentle balance. Their fiber acts like a broom, sweeping out waste and restoring rhythm to your digestion. But like with all whole foods, how you prepare them makes a difference. Overboiling can drain their nutrients into the water and leave you with less of what your body actually needs. Instead, opt for steaming, roasting, or baking, all methods that lock in minerals and bring out flavor without needing to add a lot of fat or sugar. A little olive oil and sea salt is enough. And if you want to turn your meal into an anti-inflammatory powerhouse, try mashing them with a sprinkle of turmeric and black pepper. This simple combo not only tastes warm and comforting, it actively reduces joint pain and supports your immune system. Sweet potatoes also pair beautifully with healthy fats, which help your body absorb those vital fat-soluble vitamins like A and E. Add a few slices of avocado, a spoonful of tahini, or even a dash of ground flaxseed. These small touches transform a basic food into a muscle-healing, joint-supporting, nerve-calming powerhouse. That's real nourishment, and it doesn't require a fancy label or a supplement bottle. So what's a good goal? Try working sweet potatoes into your meals 3 to 4 times per week. That frequency is enough to keep your minerals steady, your digestion smooth, and your muscles supported, especially if you're active or recovering from activity. Remember, when your body feels off, it's not always about age. More often it's about what's missing from your plate, and sweet potatoes fill those gaps in the most natural, gentle way possible. Now let's turn our attention to something even smaller, even simpler, yet just as powerful: pumpkin seeds. You've likely seen them in bags at the store, maybe sprinkled over salads or scooped out of a Halloween pumpkin and discarded. But don't let their size fool you. These tiny seeds are some of the most concentrated sources of muscle-supporting minerals available, and they may be one of the best-kept secrets when it comes to preventing cramps, easing restless legs, and restoring calm to your nervous system. First and foremost, pumpkin seeds are packed with magnesium, the very mineral that controls over 300 processes in the body, including how your muscles contract and relax, how your nerves communicate, and even how you sleep. And here's something most people don't know. The majority of older adults are quietly running low on magnesium. It's not always about poor diet. Stress, blood pressure medications, elevated blood sugar, and even daily caffeine can all deplete magnesium reserves without any warning. If you've ever experienced that strange twitch in your foot during the night, a sudden cramp in your arch, or that tight, tingly feeling in your calves, it's often your body's way of asking for magnesium. And just a small handful, about 1 ounce of pumpkin seeds, can provide nearly 40% of your daily need. Unlike pills that may be poorly absorbed, the magnesium in these seeds is bioavailable. Your body doesn't have to work to figure it out. It knows exactly what to do. But pumpkin seeds aren't just magnesium powerhouses. They also contain zinc, another vital mineral that becomes harder to absorb with age. Zinc supports immune health, repairs nerve tissue, and regulates hormones that keep the body balanced. Without enough of it, you may find yourself more inflamed, healing slower, and feeling mentally wired but tired. A consistent intake of pumpkin seeds helps bring that internal rhythm back into alignment. These seeds are also loaded with antioxidants like vitamin E and plant lignans. These compounds fight the internal stress that builds up in muscles and joints, the stiffness you feel getting out of bed, the soreness after even light activity. That's not just aging, that's oxidative stress, and pumpkin seeds work quietly behind the scenes to soothe that inflammation and help your body restore itself cell by cell. One of the most unexpected benefits many seniors report after adding pumpkin seeds to their daily routine is better sleep. Not because they're a sedative, but because magnesium naturally promotes deeper rest by supporting melatonin production, your body's own sleep hormone. If you're waking up multiple times a night, tossing and turning, or battling those awful leg cramps in the dark, this simple snack may be exactly what your nervous system has been missing. Pumpkin seeds also provide a satisfying balance of plant-based protein and healthy fats, which makes them more than just a healing food. They're also a smart snack. One of the most common traps seniors fall into is reaching for quick bites between meals. And too often that means grabbing something sweet, processed, or lacking in real nourishment. But pumpkin seeds offer a clean, blood sugar-friendly option that fills you up, fuels your muscles and supports steady energy without causing a spike or crash. So how should you eat them? The beauty is in their simplicity. No cooking, no blending, no prep. Just keep a small bowl of raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds on your kitchen counter or beside your favorite chair. Add a handful to your oatmeal, mix them into a salad, blend them into your morning smoothie, or just enjoy them as a midday snack. You can even add them to soup for a satisfying crunch that comes with a mineral boost. The more often you eat them, the more your body begins to rebuild its reserves. If you want to elevate their benefits even more, try pairing them with a small piece of fruit or a square of dark chocolate. Both are rich in supportive antioxidants and can enhance mineral absorption. This kind of snack does more than just fill a gap in your diet. It begins to heal. It feeds your nervous system, calms your muscles, and supports your brain, all without a label, a warning, or a prescription. A few tips to keep in mind. Always choose raw or dry roasted pumpkin seeds. Avoid versions coated in vegetable oils, salt, or flavorings, which can undermine the benefits. You want the cleanest possible version, the seed as close to its natural form as possible. And remember, consistency is key. A handful once a week won't cut it, but a handful every day, that can begin to restore what's been missing. That can soothe your restless legs. That can bring peace back to your nights and strength back to your stride. Because here's what many people don't realize. Your legs are the foundation of your independence. When they cramp, shake, or weaken, it's not just a nuisance. It's a loss of freedom. That pain you've been tolerating. That stiffness you keep stretching away. It's your body trying to speak, but most people ignore it until it's too loud to bear. They wait until they can't walk down the block without stopping. They wait until sleep is fractured, until the walker comes out of the closet, until it's too late. But you don't have to wait. You see, your body isn't failing you. It's signaling you. That ache, that cramp, that night you jolted awake gripping your calf. It wasn't just discomfort. It was a quiet plea for help. And what too many people do in that moment is reach for another cream, another pill, another temporary fix. But the truth is, your muscles, your bones, your nerves, they're not asking for quick relief. They're asking for restoration. Not a cover-up, real nourishment. The kind that builds from the inside out. Healing doesn't start in a clinic. It starts with choice. The ones you make at the grocery store, in the kitchen, at the table. It begins with that moment you stop brushing off symptoms as just getting older, and start listening to what your body is trying to say. Because once you begin to nourish yourself differently, your body begins to respond, not with overnight miracles, but with steady shifts, better sleep, less pain, more strength in your steps. It doesn't need perfection. It just needs to know you're listening. And the best part? The path forward is simple. It doesn't require exotic powders or expensive supplements. It starts with half an avocado, a warm serving of sweet potato, a small handful of pumpkin seeds. These aren't just foods, they're tools. Gentle, powerful, functional. They're nature's way of giving your body what time and stress may have taken away. And when you use them consistently, not just when you feel bad but every single day, you begin to change the rhythm of your health. Because magnesium doesn't fix anything if you only get it once a week. Potassium won't support your muscles if you skip it for days at a time. Your body is a symphony, and it needs rhythm. It needs repetition. It needs your attention. That's how healing happens. Through rhythm, through ritual, through the quiet decision to say, I choose strength today, not tomorrow, not later, now. So don't just add these foods to your diet. Celebrate them. Sprinkle your pumpkin seeds with care. Mash your sweet potatoes with gratitude. Slice your avocado like you're preparing a gift. Because when food becomes something you look forward to, your healing becomes something you believe in. And belief is powerful medicine. In the end, this is about more than cramps. It's about reclaiming your mobility, your energy, your freedom. Because your legs don't just carry your body, they carry your life. The ability to stand with confidence, to move without hesitation, to walk with your grandchildren, to tend your garden, to go where you want without fear. That is freedom. And freedom begins at the dinner table. So don't wait for decline. Don't wait for the fall. Don't wait until you feel like it's too late. Start today. Eat like your future depends on it, because it does.